Officer, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
Well...
You're not limping. You're you.
I got shot in the foot. It was pretty badass. You would have liked it. I'm a cop. I don't merely exist in this world. I live in the between life and death. Some people hurt me. I wanted to talk to you about something else. Your boat. I got shot in the foot. It was pretty badass.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
You didn't only get shot.
I dodged the second shot. I can also get not shot. You should see the other guys. 2 dead, 1 in the hospital. I dodged the second shot.
Well, good for you.
You should see the other guys. 2 dead, 1 in the hospital.
So you're a killer? That's good, I guess. I guess. Better than being dead.
Most cops are killers. I was a killer long before this happened. I'm not a killer, I'm a cop or a scoff. Most cops are killers.
Aye. I bet they are. The good ones, at least.
I have a question for you.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
We need to get to that island.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
Can we borrow your boat? 2 days of sunshine? I just got a bacterial infection. What's on that island? I saw some kind of ruins through the binoculars.
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
You said you haven't been there yourself. Who has then, if not you?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution against coalition forces before they took this city.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Which kids?
The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
Is there anything I should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Okay, that's actually very useful, practical advice.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back. And no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
Alright.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
Let's just nod.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
Thank you. We'll use your skiff to get there then.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Alright, be seeing you. Let's talk to the twins first, get that done, see if we can get any useful information out of them. Alright. Do you have anything useful to
The
say?
scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Okay, kids, you've been to that island, right?
On that island?
The one who's busy kicking his stone points to the bay. Yes, that one. I need to know what's there.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great. And we make a fire. We make a fire.
That seems just really unsafe.
Gather the sticks for the fire and bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
Wait, you mean shells?
I don't know what those are.
What then?
They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
Oh?
Your nerve endings sting from the mention of a guy. They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
Someone lives on that island?
No.
The boy answers, shaking his head vehemently.
Yes.
His brother looks at him, then at you.
Let's go with yes.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows and whips out his notebook. Why is he the fire guy?
Because
The boy pauses to think.
he asks to put the fire out.
The other explains. Why does he ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes.
The other one adds, laconically, standing with his hands glued to his sides like a little tin soldier.
Because he doesn't want to be found. Smoke traces.
You mentioned something about lights.
I don't know.
Sure.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
He points to the street light.
Yes.
The boy looks at his toes. Is there anything else you can tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there?
No, he don't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times.
Okay.
He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
They say almost in unison. How come?
We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there.
Your father used to go to that island too, didn't he?
Our father killed himself.
Oh?
Don't say that, he didn't.
His brother punches him. The boy's eyes well up like he's about to start crying. Let's say nothing.
I'm sorry.
The one says to the other, rubbing his brother's shoulder affectionately. Is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island?
There's
The boy says, rubbing his eyes. It's clear that he has no intention of finishing the sentence.
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
Alright, bye kids, take care. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do now. Stands to reason. Is that the boat we can take? Or is... Oh, the boat is up there. Okay, I see. Let's do that then. I think there isn't really much we can do besides that. Go to the island. We can't do the wall thing because Cindy isn't here anymore. The boots, we won't get that. And check the island. Yes, that's all we have to do. I think we have... Yes, we have a spare skill point in case we need it for a check that's important. So I'm gonna keep that in my pocket for now. And let's take the boat then.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. The boat's belly is a shiny yellow color, industrial paint over fresh tar. You see it reflect off the water, along with the factory number, A72. SRV made. This machine represents humanitarian aid from a workers' state on the Samaran Isola. The ROO logo on the engine gives it away. That and a white 5-pointed star.
Okay.
Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now?
I think there's
Have you
nothing
made
else to
all
do.
the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
This banged up old thing, it's ROO-A72.
It'll float.
He's too banged up himself to talk with you.
You take the engine, Kim, I'll hold the boombox.
What?
What? How else do we blast SAD FM on our way to the island? You heard me, don't make me repeat myself. Yeah.
Fine. Let's blast SAD FM then.
SAD FM is a radio station specializing in sad, slow rock songs. You seem to know its frequency by heart.
Let's get in and ride to the island. There we go. Man, this beginning of like the proper endgame, this verse just feels final. It's just really sinking in. Last look at the church with the hole in space and time in it. Bunker that saved us. The unopenable door that opened our doors again. Oh, oil on the water. Something's leaking out there. Sorry. Alrighty then. Oh, I see antlers and a white star, so communists, right, there was a communist fort.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence.
Alright.
In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance. There is very little wind here today. The ghost is standing still. You look at your arms, then the cliffs above you. Let's go.
Alright. Climb out. Let's see what we can find here. There we are, okay. Okay, what does that point have to say? Makeshift bridge, the bombs were powerful enough to break the foundation. The rusted chains trail off into the ocean.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
This leads to the depot in Land's End.
Ah, yes, so it seems.
This means I sorta got to the depot door.
Technically, no, it doesn't.
Oh, come on, man.
He's right.
What do you think it was used for?
For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
True.
As a defensive measure, lock it off that side of the bay.
Lock it from whom?
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
Alright. Now let's see what else we can do here. Birds. Very nice, very nice. Okay, here's the cliffs. We can't pass that. We can move down here. These tires are falling apart. They're at least 50 years old. No way to go beyond that. Okay. Let's head back then. And I guess up the stairs. There isn't really much else. Can we go underneath here, maybe? No. This isn't reachable. Okay. Let's see. What do we have here? Attention, inflammable. There's a lingering trace of mazout in the air. Some fuel has leaked out of the barrel. Black, viscous. Okay. Another
The
thought?
dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea.
What is that flutter?
The flock of quail departs, now more than 100 meters away, 102, 105.
And underneath the flutter?
On the islet, there is almost no wind, just snow quietly falling on the reeds, bulrushes swaying on the waterline, long dried leaves chafing against each other, like a silent orchestra tuning at the beginning of some major work. Of great importance to the few who attend.
To the west?
A silent hiss, sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree.
And to the east?
The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand, the low tide filtered through its grains, a bird tending to its feathers. Snow falls on the water, melting away without even a whisper.
And ahead?
A low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow. A big building.
And beyond that, further north?
Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless. A flake of snow falls on an extinguished campfire. Hiss.
Below the silence?
A jitter. A sound impatient to happen, but not yet in this world.
Kim?
Yes?
It's pretty silent on this island. Have you noticed how quiet it is? It's really fucking silent on this island. Have you noticed how quiet it is?
I have. Is that why we're stopping?
Mm-hmm. Wait, I have to listen to one more thing.
The lieutenant nods in silence.
Okay, we open our eyes and stop listening now. Okay. That's cool. I can imagine what this thought bubble is about. It's about the antlers and star, right? This barrel says ICM. You see a star with little specks on it. Well, it is sort of about that. No way to get up there. The stairs are gone. Well, we've established I can teleport. You recognize this little birch from the coin-operated viewer. Oh, okay. No way to move over here, I suppose. Ooh, a thought.
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Kim, what is the ICM? RCM, it sounds like RCM, Revachol Citizens Militia. A white star, point to the star on the label. Are those specks stars too? Looks old. What is it still doing here? Kim, what is the ICM?
Insulindian Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army. The black and white army of the revolution.
Sounds an awful lot like.
RCM, it sounds like RCM Revachol Citizens Militia.
It does.
Why?
The RCM may descend from the ICM.
May?
It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
Nice political thoughts rush through your neocortex.
I'd imagine so,
A
yes.
mediocre athlete would pant from dragging around his body on a busted crutch. But not you. You're thinking about politics, with blood dripping down your thigh.
What I'm hearing is we descend from the glorious Revolutionary Army. It's a little embarrassing in 51, no? Maybe we need to rebrand. ICM sounds like ICP, Insane Clown Posse, of course. Very close to the International Collaboration Police. Nice and normal that way. Or just catch your breath. What I'm hearing is we descend from the glorious Revolutionary Army.
There were all sorts of groups and groupuscules back then. It doesn't really matter.
He bows to inspect the barrel. A white star.
No, an upside-down star.
With its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
Are those specks stars too?
No, that's the uninhabited archipelago.
A DeLorean-era symbol of Insulinda, known as the face in the sea.
Looks old. What's it still doing here?
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Gefreiter. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel.
Okay. Well. Oh, another thought. Be careful not to fall. The cliff face looks steep. It sure does, yeah? And with how banged up we are, I don't think we'd live that. Okay, what's inside here? Oh, let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's stuff here, okay, we'll get to that, what are you? This was once an armament rest. Twin cannons were attached here. Medium distance, large caliber. Okay, what's here? Engine or
An
something?
old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
We could pour fuel into the tank. Where do these wires lead?
Downstairs, somewhere?
What kind of generator is that?
Liquid carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout.
He points to the open fuel cap on the side of the dynamo.
The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter. Long and cold.
If anyone stayed here, they'd need a generator.
We tap on the side
In a
real quick.
hollow ring, the canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift.
What does this mean? A generator here?
I
Someone's
don't
been
know.
here.
I'm not a philosopher.
That is his idea of a joke.
I am. The generator proves the universe is material. I meant, why is it here?
Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm. Maybe it's the fire guy.
The wind outside picks up suddenly, with a faint howl. Inside, it's warm.
Let's put some fuel in the tank.
The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch.
Let's pull the rope.
The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
Okay. New skill point. So we have 2 in our pocket. I mean, I suspect there will be some skill checks coming up. What do we have here? Books, mostly fantastique and historical fiction. Dishes stained with sauce and fire. The survivor's kitchen. Okay. Let's see. What do we have here? Moth-bitten bedsheets keeps the wind out. You see candles planted on a broken rangefinder. There's a bed here.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft-cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
How recently?
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses, no longer able to hear yourself speak.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
Maybe a little shut-eye, just an hour. Yeah, I think that's a
You
good idea.
face the concrete wall. There's less light there, in the dark corner. Like a dog, you lie there. You didn't realize how tired you were. Your body is still nowhere near healed.
Curl up with your knees close to your chest.
The blanket feels cold. The entire room does. Concrete and cold. Minutes pass. Half an hour maybe. The sounds of the sea beyond grow distant. Your eyelids close. Until
Until?
you feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slowly, the world begins to hatch from the blackness. It's evening.
Oh. That was more than an hour.
Sleep.
Where's Kim? Was that like a trap or something? Did we mess up majorly by doing that? Where's Kim? The lieutenant is no longer here. Go outside to the beach. Oh boy, did I do something bad? We can't inspect the chair anymore either. Krasmazov is here. I'll quickly check what this is. Oh, we can't search that anymore. Oh, I think I might have messed up there. The door is still here, closed. Feels strange somehow. You can't get in. Okay. Where's Kim? I'm worried. Yeah, I can't look at anything at this point. Wait, where did we get in? How do I get to the beach again? Oh right, through here. Yes. Kim? Where are you, Kim? Oh no. Go down to the chain. There's something there. Was there anything over here first? There's the chain. Walk into the water now? What? Oh, is this a dream sequence or something? You see her footprints on the water? Yeah, this is a dream sequence. Okay. Further.